Princess Catherine stepped out in a familiar shade of blue, soft, composed, almost unremarkable at first glance. And yet it made people pause. And then, as eyes settled on her earrings, everything seemed to fall into place. One name resurfaced, Princess Diana. So was this simply a refined coincidence? Or a quiet way of holding on to a memory the public has never truly let go? Earlier that day, the Prince and Princess of Wales arrived for a series of engagements, meeting communities and visiting local initiatives. Observers noticed the return of a deep blue coat dress, one many had seen before. The coat dress itself is striking in its precision. Designed with clean lines and a softly tailored silhouette, it sits perfectly between classic and modern. The mid-length cut, the gently defined waist, the bracelet-length sleeves, it all creates a look that feels composed, intentional, and quietly confident. Catherine has built something very few public figures manage to achieve, a visual identity that people instantly recognize. Re-wearing this coat dress isn't a fallback. It's a signal. A reminder that elegance doesn't depend on novelty. Online, royal watchers have been quick to point out how this approach feels almost refreshing, more deliberate. There's a sense of control in it, and that control translates into trust. Then there's the styling. She paired the coat dress with navy suede pumps, sleek, understated, and perfectly aligned with the tone of the outfit. By keeping everything within the same color family, the entire look becomes seamless, elongated, effortless. It's the kind of detail you might not consciously notice at first, but it shapes the way the whole appearance is perceived. And this is where Catherine's discipline really shows. Even her accessories carry weight. A structured clutch adds just enough contrast and texture without breaking the visual harmony. Her earrings, featuring sapphire and diamond elements, have long been associated with pieces connected to Diana, Princess of Wales. For many royal followers, moments like this create a quiet bridge between generations. Diana's legacy isn't being loudly referenced, it's being gently continued. And that subtlety makes it even more powerful. And then there's the color itself, blue. Catherine returns to it again and again. And there's a reason for that. Blue conveys calm, stability, reliability. It's reassuring, grounded. And in a public role where perception matters, those qualities are everything. Because while fashion often leans toward experimentation, Catherine's approach leans toward communication. And then there's the coat dress itself, the piece at the center of it all. Clean lines, a softly structured silhouette, nothing overly ornate. The tailoring sits just right, the waist is gently defined, and the length gives it that quiet sense of formality without feeling distant. Because in choosing a design that feels timeless rather than trend-driven, Princess Catherine isn't just wearing a dress. She's reinforcing an image people have come to trust. Catherine understands that her role isn't just to be seen, but to be understood. And through something as simple as re-wearing a coat dress, she reinforces values that feel increasingly rare. Consistency, thoughtfulness, and quiet confidence. With the above information, I feel like this is where her influence truly lies. She doesn't overwhelm the audience. She invites them to look closer. As the day in South Yorkshire came to a close, the images of Catherine in blue continued to circulate. There's a certain calmness to her presence, a sense that everything is exactly where it should be. And maybe that's the real takeaway. Sometimes, the most powerful statement isn't about doing something new. It's about doing something familiar, exceptionally well. So now I'm curious. When you look at Princess Catherine's style, do you see simplicity, or do you see strategy? Is this just timeless elegance? Or a carefully crafted message we're only beginning to understand? And if you enjoy breaking down royal moments like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned, because there's always more beneath the surface than meets the eye.